In crisis looms in various state corporations over the submission of audit reports due to lack of a substantive auditor general after the exit of OUKO.NATIONAL Assembly Public Accounts Committee Chair OPIYO WANDAYI and his counterpart of Public Investment Committee ABDULSWAMAD SHARRIF. NASSIR, the MVITA Member of Parliament, says lack of a substantive AG has impacted negatively on their oversight duties as they cannot grill affected agencies. Our reporter Jeff Khaemba with more details on that story.
The exit of OUKO as the country's Auditor General without a replacement has left many wounds unhealed. ABDULSWAMAD SHARRIF NASSIR, who chairs the Public Investment Committee, and OPIYO WANDAYI of the Public Accounts Committee in the National Assembly says the absence of a new Auditor General has affected several state agencies in the country required to submit their audit report.
It's definitely a crisis. First of all, internally, they cannot be able to operate. We've seen instances where they cannot even be able to actually perform their roles currently. So whatever happens, even if we get an Auditor General appointed immediately, automatically we're already going to have some serious delays in doing these reports.
Section 81 of the Public Finance Management Act of the year 2012 requires the accounting officer of a national government entity to, or not later than 3 months after the end of each financial year, submit the financial statements to the Auditor General, amongst other constitutional offices, and publicize the financial statements.
There is the danger now that we have 6 state corporations that the law insists they have certain deadlines, and they're actually done. And out of these 6, we have 3 of them that they're in the stock exchange: Kenya Power, KenGen, and East Africa Portland Cement. I'm just hoping that there's not going to be any panic in the event that shareholders and potential shareholders as well see that these companies have not been able to table their audit reports, that there's not going to be any panic and people are going to start.
The Central Bank of Kenya, CBK, is among the state agencies caught between a rock and a hard place. The acting Treasury Cabinet Secretary Kuriyatani earlier on said they cannot submit its audited books of the accounts of the year 2018-2019 financial year to the Parliament due to the lack of a substantive Auditor General to sign them.
We had called the chairperson of the select committee that is going to choose names and send them to the president, but I'm being informed that the names have already been submitted to the president, and it is just the president to forward the names to the Speaker for the National Assembly to be able to consider those names. What we as a committee are going to be recommending to the National Assembly chambers is that 2 instances. One, that when the president appoints the Auditor General, he should actually be able to appoint together with a senior most person who can be on acting.
At least 17 candidates have been shortlisted to succeed OUKO as the Auditor General. Some of the candidates include the Deputy Auditor General William Agunda, David Gishana, Edward Kamar, Sylvia Kiini, Alex Rugera, Nancy Gashungu, Dennis Kariuki, Leonard Larry, Elizabeth Mwadhi, Francis Njenga, and David Kanja. The chairs of Park and Pickers call on the selection panel to hasten the process. ABDULSWAMAD says the Auditor General's office is very critical and should not remain vacant for long following the exit of OUKO. The signing off of the financial audit and the results for at least 150 state corporations could take longer following the delays in the appointment of a substantive Auditor General. Reporting for Ebru TV, I'm Jeff Khaemba.
And to education matters now, pupils who sat the 2019